Hello. So for today's brain teaser, I want to share with you a little hack I encountered for how to very quickly square a 2-digit or a 3-digit number. I found it really satisfying. Let's take a look. Okay, so 58 squared. Now, we all know that calculators exist, and then we also know the old-fashioned way of multiplying 58 times itself. We would go ahead and stack them, and then we would multiply the bottom row times each of the top row. 8 times 8, 16, carry the 1, 8 times 5, 40, add the 1, 41, put in a placeholder 0 and do it again with the 5. 5 times 8, 40, put the 0, carry the 4, 5 times 5, 25, add the 4, 29, and add down the columns. And so that's our answer, 3,316. But watch this fun little hack. So let's go over to 58 squared, and here's how the hack works. Step 1, square each of the digits and write it below. Okay, 5 squared, 25, 8 squared, 16, and we just write them right next to each other. Okay, second step, take the two digits, 5 and 8, multiply them times each other, and multiply that result times 2. Now place that right underneath your previous row, right in the middle. Now add down the columns. 3,316, that's the same thing we got doing it out longhand. Okay, now, does this work for 3-digit numbers? Let's check it out. 612 squared. Okay, let's repeat. Our first step is square each of those initial digits and write it below. So 6 squared, 36. 1 squared, 1, and note that we write that as 0, 1. Everything you write down needs to be 2 digits. So if it's only a single digit, you write it as 0, 1. And then same thing, 2 squared is 4, so we write that as 0, 4. Okay, second step was multiply the digits times each other times 2. And so we're going to do that for each of our pairings. So 6 times 1 is 6, times 2 is 12, and we write that down below. And 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4, so we write that as 0, 4. And notice again, I'm centering everything. And now my final step in a 3-digit number is I multiply my outside 2 digits times each other times 2. So 6 times 2 is 12, times 2 is 24, and I put that smack dab in the middle, and I add down my columns. And I get 374,544. Now, if I were to do this out longhand, I've got all these layers to do and remembering to put in my placeholder zeros, and I get the exact same result as I got in my hack. Okay, let's do it one more time, and this time let's examine a 3-digit number that has a 0 in the middle of it. Okay, 704 squared, follow along. First step, square each digit. Here we go. 7 squared is 49, 0 squared is 0, 0, 4 squared is 16. Now we multiply the digits times each other times 2. 7 times 0 is 0, times 2 is 0. So we enter 0, 0, and 0 times 4 is 0, times 2 is still 0. So we enter 0, 0. And our final step, we multiply those outside digits times each other times 2. 7 times 4 is 28, times 2 is 56. And now we add down the columns and our result. And now let's do it out longhand and make sure we got the same thing. And lo and behold. So just a fun little number tickle, a different way to do squareds that can be faster if you're working on a test and you're not allowed to use a calculator. Okay, play around with that. Click on some of these other links to check out some other brain teasers. Consider subscribing to my channel so you know when I've put out a new video, and we can keep mathing.